What's up, guys? I promised I'd do a video on this, so here it is. Today I'm going to be showing you how to record and create a pattern sequence with the Juno DS 88. This is how I create all my songs, so I'm going to go step by step and show you how I do it. Hopefully this video will be helpful, and let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is go to the right side of the keyboard, and we're going to click Pattern Sequence. Alright, so that's going to bring us up to this menu. So right now we're under Preset, and these are the ones that are built in. There's about 32 of these, I believe. Yes, so there's 32 presets, as you can see. Now these are pattern sequences that are built into the Juno DS88. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to use these arrows here. We're going to go over to User. Okay, so there's about 128 of these open. When you first get the keyboard, they will all be blank. So this is really cool that they included a lot of these so that you can have some fun and create all kinds of beats and do whatever your heart desires. But for now, we're going to go to 51. This is one that I created a while ago. I'm going to walk you through step by step how I made this, how I recorded, how I put all the sounds together, all that good stuff. All right, so as you can see, the little white box, that's what's selected. So right now we're on number 51. So if you actually use these arrows here, you can go down to here, and this is going to be what track you're on, and out of these 8 pads here. So this is going to show you which track is selected, and then this is going to be the sound you have selected. Alright, so here we have our first loop recording off. Our beat is going to be 4/4, and our count in is going to be at 1 measure, and I will show you what that means in a minute. Alright, over on this side of the keyboard, we have our pattern length, our tempo, and our mixer. These 3 buttons are going to be very important, so I'm going to go through them one by one right now. Alright, first up is the pattern length. We're going to click that, and this is basically going to show, right now we have 4, so these are going to be our 4 right here. We can go up to 8, 4, 2, or 1. So I'm just going to keep it at 4 right now, because that's how many bars I want in my song. All right, next is our tempo. We're going to click that. This is going to pop up. So as you can see, right now we're at 135. That's going to be the tempo of our song. You can also choose if you want the metronome to be playing during your song. And I'm not actually sure what tempo lock does. I mean, I've gotten along just fine without it. So. And then next, of course, is our mixer. We're going to click that. As you can see, we got numbers 1 through 8. So basically using this, we can control our level, which is the volume, and we can also control the pan. So whether or not we want the sound to play from one side or the other, or to go back and forth. So as you can see, it's all blurry now. As you can see, we got track 1 at 105, 100, 90, and this is going to be your mixing station. If you want some sounds higher than the others, this is the perfect way to do it. So now we can start creating our song and putting some sound in. So I'm going to click on track 1. As you can see, I'm in loop mode. When you click mute, these are going to be blinking. That means that they are not playing, and the ones that are still are the ones that are playing. So you click mute again, and this is where you're going to be able to select which track you want. All right, so starting with track 1, we're going to click that. As you can see here, I have this synth called West Coast, which is actually the name of the song. Sounds a little something like this. Alright, so that's going to be our main sound throughout the whole song. This is actually going to be the sound that I play on the keyboard along with all the rest, which are going to be loops. Alright, so now we're going to come over and we're going to click on track 2. And I'm actually going to hit the record button here. Once you hit that, as you can hear, the metronome's going. And it's not going to start recording until you hit play. And remember, our count in is at 1 measure. So as soon as I hit play, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's going to start recording. So you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go over to mute. We're going to click that, and we're going to click on number 2. These ones are all blinking, which means they're not playing right now. The ones that are selected, we will be able to hear. Tap it again to stop. So next we're going to hit mute again, and we're going to go over to number 3. Now I've already pre-recorded this, and it sounds a little something like this. We're going to click mute, we're going to click number 2, and then we're going to click number 3 so they play together, and hit play. So it's basically the same process for all of these songs. You click mute, select on which track you want to record, choose your sounds, which will show up right here. and you click record. And again, it's not going to start recording until you hit play. So you hear the metronome going, 2, 3, 4. You come over here, this is going to be your measures here. So as you can see, number 1 and number 7 are not being used in the loop. Those are blank, which means nothing is recorded over them. So number 1, right here, I have selected as my synth, which is this. And then number 7, I'm actually not even using at all. The ones that are purple means that you recorded over that track. So like number 4, 2, 3, 8, 6, 5, all of those have a recording. Number 1 and number 7 are blank, which means there was nothing recorded over them. Now, if you ever wanted to erase a track, you would click on the one you want to erase, and you would click play, and then you click erase. And that is actually going to start erasing. And you want to make sure that you go through the whole bars, make sure you get the whole thing gone. Hit play to stop, go to mute. As you can see, number 2 is selected. Click mute again, play, and you can't hear it because we have just erased it. Another thing I should probably mention is when the loop button is selected and you hit play, it's going to go through the whole song. And it's going to loop it. It's just going to keep repeating. Then when you hit the loop button and turn it off, hit play, it's going to go through the whole song once. And then it's going to stop. So what I usually do is once I hit play, I keep the tracks that I want muted, and just the ones that I want to play, I keep them selected. So once I hit play, I keep it that way, and I keep it going through on the loop, make sure that's selected. And then I just mute what tracks I don't want to hear throughout the song. So like this would be our intro. But then if I wanted to do the chorus, I just click on these here, and they start playing. And if we want to save our pattern sequence, we go over and we click write. This is going to come up. So we're actually going to click the menu button. As you can see, this comes up, insert and delete. So we're actually going to go down to delete, click enter, and that is going to delete all those. So once we've done that, we click menu again. This is going to show up, and we can actually scroll through all these here. So say we wanted to call it West Coast. It's the name of the song. So we're going to go to W, click this arrow here to go over. You go down to E, go over. Alright, so once we've done that, then we click write. This is going to show up, and we can actually choose where we want to save it. So right now we're on number 51, which is where I want to keep it. So we're going to click enter. It's going to say, are you sure? We're going to use the arrow here, go over to OK, and click enter. And it's going to write that for us. It only takes a second. Pattern write complete. And now it's safe. Alright, I think that about covers most of it. This is kind of something I just have a knack for. So if there's anything that I missed, I apologize. It kind of all just comes to me, you know, so it's kind of hard for me to explain it because it's all in my head. Hopefully this video did help you, and if there's anything I missed or anything you want me to do a video more specifically on, let me know. I would be happy to do another tutorial. If you'd like to listen to the full song, I'll leave a link right here.